Good morning. It is Sunday, what is the date? May 17th, 8:45 a.m. We hung out yesterday at Grammy and Gongi's. I'm going to do a matchup of the up-and-coming 1992 Los Angeles Clippers against the Utah Jazz, who were an NBA Finals favorite, or a favorite to make the NBA Finals that year. The Clippers lost to the Jazz in the playoffs. The Clippers came back to the playoffs for the first time in I think it was 14 years. In fact, I think it was their first time as the actual Clippers franchise to make the playoffs since they were the Buffalo Braves. So, anyway, starting lineups: Doc Rivers, Ron Harper, Ken Norman, Danny Manning, and Charles Smith at center. And for the Jazz, John Stockton, Jeff Malone, Theodore Blue Edwards, Karl Malone, and Mark Eaton, who was declining at this point. His health was definitely declining. It's an interesting matchup with the very undersized Charles Smith at center. The next year after this, he would play small forward for the Knicks. Eaton inside over Smith. Speaking of undersized, right there. Doc Rivers, who, as I mentioned before, after this season was traded along with Charles Smith to the Knicks for Mark Jackson. There's Charles Smith knocking down the jumper. Charles Smith had his best years with the Clippers, averaging 20 and 10 for 2 years. Was the third overall pick in 1988 out of Pitt. It's always interesting that Danny Manning and Charles Smith were both, they're basically kind of the same player. Blocked by Harper. Jeff Malone, great defense from Harper. Manning right at Eaton. Great play there by Danny Manning. Uh-oh, my phone's blowing up. We're discussing Sonic the Hedgehog and how you didn't really enjoy it. But Mikey's in on it now. Manning knocks it down. Danny Manning, the number 1 overall pick. I believe it was 88. Or was it 89? I can't remember. Well, if it was 88, that means he and Charles Smith were both in the top 5. What a board by Karl Malone. This was really Malone. You could argue that his prime was the late 90s, but I don't know. Oh, Eaton sending it away. Stockton for 3. John Stockton knocking it down. Interesting matchup with the defensive-minded Rivers against Stockton. Ron Harper, tough move inside. Harper was a great slasher at this point in his career. But what a career transformation. I really admire Ron Harper. He went from being a leading scorer on a team to being just a role player. His stats dropped significantly. Stockton getting it going here. Harper, no. Here's Jeff Malone. Malone working against Manning. It's a fun matchup. Here's Mark Eaton again. Over the top of Charles Smith. What a play by Mark Eaton. Manning on the fadeaway. Danny Manning. It's too bad Manning, a lot of these guys in this game, injuries caught up to them. Him and Charles Smith, definitely. Great play there by Charles Smith. Manning down the lane. Manning over the top of Malone. Manning with 6 points. Here's Stockton. Harper, what are you doing? Mark Eaton. Wow. He averaged 3 points a game that year. He has 6. Harper and Manning going to work the two-man game. Harper! Great athlete. People forget how great this guy was early in his career with Cleveland and the Clippers. Oh, Harper gets called for the foul. Rivers knocking it away from Stockton. Rivers got it, but he slid out of bounds. Dang it. Oh, and Rivers coaching himself. Very interesting. People forget about that he actually played for this franchise. Malone, pick from Eaton, switching there by Charles Smith. Into Blue Edwards, over the top of Ken Norman. Ken Norman flying in, no. Ken Norman was a very good player in the late 80s, early 90s. Jeff Malone inside. Ken Norman, no. Blue Edwards, what a block. What an athlete Blue Edwards was. Uh-oh. Stockton using his quickness, getting to the rim. He's got 7. And Ken Norman's cold. Oh, I rushed it. Manning could hit the outside shot. Probably shouldn't have shot that one, though. Up to Malone. Oh, missed on it. This Clippers team was coached by Mike Schuler to start. Oh, there's Manning inside to start the year. And then controversially, I don't think I said that right. Larry Brown left the Spurs in the middle of the, or at the beginning of the season, and coached this Clippers team later in the year to the playoffs. Kind of weird to see a coach. It's funny how great of a coach Larry Brown was, but he's also a little bit of a scumbag doing things like that. Knocked away by Rivers. Ken Norman, the very good athlete, Ken Norman. The former Clipper and Hawk. Oh, dang it. And into the game comes Gary Grant and Danny Young. Oh, and Blue Edwards. I'm sorry, James Edwards. Here's Eric Murdoch, the backup for Stockton. Mike Brown in the game as well, along with Tyrone Corbin. Delaney Rudd, the backup guard. Both teams going with 2 backup guards, or point guards. James Edwards misses. Mike Brown with the rebound. Corbin. No. Rebound Manning. Here's Ken Norman. Edwards down the lane. The big fella really was just a scorer. Not a great rebounder or defender, but a terrific scorer off the bench wherever he went. Edwards knocks it down. He would sign with the LA Lakers after this year. He was in his 14th season I love these guys like him that played in the 70s and the 90s. Eric Murdoch in the corner. Loy Vaught in the game now, along with Bo Kimble. Rebound, Danny Young. Oh, James Edwards inside from Bo Kimble. Bo Kimble, very famous for... nice play there, Mike Brown. Very famous in college after the death of his teammate Hank Gathers, shooting the left-handed free throw in his honor. Edwards blocked by Brown. Gary Grant out of Michigan. Guy that never really fulfilled his potential. Had the body to be a great guard in the league, but never really lived up to it. Eric Murdoch with the ball here. Murdoch to Delaney Rudd. Murdoch, no. Rebound, Gary Grant. Oh, blocked by Karl Malone. Loy Vaught battling in there and getting the foul on Karl Malone. Loy Vaught also out of Michigan. I'll have to read all your guys' comments later. I'm a little busy with all this. Loy Vaught knocks them both down. Olden Polynice coming in the game now for James Edwards. Polynice to be let go after this season, or be traded to the Detroit Pistons, rather. He really went on a different team carousel in the early 90s, playing for a bunch of different teams. Oh, look at Bo Kimble on the steal from Tyrone Corbin. Bo Kimble with the dunk. This would really be the only productive year Bo Kimble had in the NBA. His career kind of fizzled out. Tyrone Corbin. Hurry up, Loy. Well, we don't have a lot of scoring on the floor. Oops, wrong button. Danny Young. Oh, and Young going out fouled by Murdoch. His second. Right when he says we're flawless, he misses. Danny Young off the mark. Knocks down the second. Here's Murdoch. Need to get Karl Malone more involved. And right when I say that, they go to him. Malone, the jumper. It's good. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, Malone read it. Right place at the right time. Murdoch. Mike Brown. David Benoit in the game now, who would be traded for Chris Morris in a couple years. Oh! No, it was late. And the basket does not count. Clippers up by 2, 27-25. There's the crazy jazz monkey bear or whatever he is. He's not a monkey, he's a bear. Ugh, I'm tired this morning. Grant, Young, Kimball, Vaught, and Polynice. I really don't like this lineup. You don't really have a scorer out there. James Edwards was kind of our offense. Gary Grant going at Mike Brown, getting the foul. Grant knocks down the first. Misses the second. David Benoit, who was very good early in his career with this Jazz team. Malone, what a move inside around Loy Vaught. All right, where are we going here with the offense? Young. Great pass by Young into Loy Vaught, who misses the layup, of course. Vaught misses that one, too. Oh. Murdoch for 3. Yes, Eric Murdoch. Giving the Jazz the lead. Bo Kimball inside. Quick score from the Clippers. Gary Grant finding him. Delaney Rudd. Mike Brown, Eric Murdoch off the swing. David Benoit. Good offensive player. Good defense by Kimball. Benoit coming off, looking for the 3. Rebound, Olden Polynice. Danny Young off the mark. Kimball on the steal. Gary Grant from Bo Kimball. Gary Grant, the 6'3" point guard. Oh, and Grant on the steal. Oh my gosh. Threw it right to Karl Malone. Oh, Eric Murdoch. What a shot. Wow. Ron Harper, Ken Norman, and Danny Manning back in the game. Thank goodness. Manning. No. Rebound, Norman. No. I mean, they're leaving Manning open in that corner. Probably leaving him open for a reason. Stockton working against Grant. I can just sit back with Olden Polynice here. Oh, Norman with the foul. Oh, get in there, Polynice. Oh, Eaton with the dunk. Barely jumped. Eaton gives the lead back to the Jazz. Ken Norman, no. Rebound, Eaton. Jeff Malone back in the game. Ah, Polynice. That wasn't a bad foul, I guess. Stockton inside. Stockton really looking to score in this first quarter. Or first half, rather. Harper blocked by Jeff Malone. Stockton and Grant tied up. Get in the basket. There we go. Harper getting it to go. David Benoit will bring it up here. Stockton. No. Rebound Polynice. Manning fouled by Mike Brown. Danny Manning out of Kansas. National Champion Player of the Year. And ironically enough, coached in college by Larry Brown. Manning knocks it down. He's got 10. Oh, Mike Brown from Stockton. Great play there. Norman inside. Nice move by Ken Norman, who Steve Smith called the funniest player he ever played with. And Ken Norman was a very good player. Oh my goodness, Mike Brown open. I don't know what happened to Manning there. Rivers getting ready to check back in. Ken Norman with a big finish. Here comes Stockton. It's been a neck and neck game. Stockton, good defense from Grant. Jeff Malone. Uh-oh. Jeff Malone, a great shooter. No. Rebound Polynice. Here comes Ken Norman. Manning down the lane. Look at the touch from Manning. He had great touch. Manning just got fired as the head coach of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Oh, and look at Gary Grant tying him up again. Good defense from Gary Grant. And Grant wins the toss. Polynice inside. Olden Polynice. Very nice dunk there. Polynice with his first bucket. Good pass from Grant, or whoever that was. Gary Grant with the block. Polynice inside. From Ron Harper. The Clippers with a 6-point lead. Ken Norman forcing the backcourt violation with Blue Edwards. Rivers coming in along with James Edwards. I like to use Edwards when we don't need the offense, but that's fine. Wait a minute. Edwards. Edwards knocking it down. Timeout. Jazz. And we're hearing some boos for Jerry Sloan's team here. That was a tough shot by Edwards over Mark Eaton. Rivers back in the game now to defend Stockton. Up to Corbin. No. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Every now and then I get caught watching it. I'm sure you've noticed that. Corbin for 3. Oh, and Eaton. Wow. Mark Eaton. Harper, tough shot. No. Good defense from Jeff Malone. Jeff Malone, the second leading scorer on this team at 19 a game. Very solid scorer. Eaton. No, rebound Norman. Danny Manning. Such a great mid-range shooter. He's got 14. Harper, oh! Harper nearly ended up with the steal there. Charles Smith coming back into the game. He's going to play center, and James Edwards is going to play power forward. Okay. Good defense from Corbin. Or is that Benoit? Oh, Harper. Tough shot over Corbin. Ron Harper. Ken Norman. And he was a very good dunker. Norman. Switching hands there. Ken Norman, he's got 8. And it's a 12-point lead. Utah better be careful. Rivers with the foul. Danny Young back in the game. Malone back in. Here's Corbin. Stockton open. Stockton, yes. And here comes Ronnie Harper. Oh, Edwards missing the jumper. Murdoch working against Danny Young. Corbin, no. Rebound Harper. Doc flying in. No. Edwards couldn't come up with it. Blocked by Charles Smith. What a play there. Harper, no. My goodness. Harper 4 for 9 now. Oh, what a pass by Murdoch. Stockton with a 3. It's a 7-point game. Oh, my goodness. Ron Harper, no. He's now 4 for 10. Blocked by Harper. Stockton, oh, somehow gets it over Charles Smith. And it's a 5-point game. Stockton will knock it down. Oh, great run here by the Jazz at the end of the quarter. Danny Young getting in the lane. Great play there by Danny Young. Young on the steal. Rivers down the lane. Misses the layup. Oh, we have missed so many layups. But then again, we are the Clippers. Rivers knocks it down. Rivers definitely a great leader. Not surprising that he became a point guard, or a head coach rather, in his own right. Not a great shooter. Stockton for 3 now off the mark, and that does it after the first quarter. The score, Clippers 58, Utah 50. Entertaining first quarter, back and forth game. And let's go to, we will not go to that interview. We will go to the halftime report with Ernie Johnson. Ernie.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
They came out with the right mindset. That's what I'm talking about right there. I mean, that's the hard driving offensive approach I like to see. If they keep it up, unstoppable.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
All right, back to the second half here. Stockton really picking up the scoring here for Karl Malone. 17 points in the first half for John Stockton. Not the role he typically fills, but he's had to fill it tonight. Malone needs to step it up in the second half, and I believe he will. So, starters back in for the Clippers. Rivers, Harper, Norman, Danny Manning, and Charles Smith. Rivers. Blocked by Malone. What a play there. Uh-oh. Edwards has not scored yet. Good morning. What are you up to? Stockton for 3. Rushing it. No. Rebound Ken Norman. To Harper. Oh, Smith. I thought Smith might play a little bit better, but he has not played well. Harper on the steal. Harper forcing it in and gets it. He's got 10 now. 5 for 11 shooting. And it's a 10-point game. Uh-oh, Jeff Malone. Not really a three-point shooter, a great slasher jump shooter. Eaton. Stolen by Manning. Oh, not what I wanted him to go to the rim. Dang it. Ken Norman should try to dunk everything. Norman 4 for 10 also. Oh, and Jeff Malone down the lane. Manning, nice move up and under. No. Manning getting it back. What a play. Danny Manning. He's got 16. Harper on the steal. Norman. What a dunk by Ken Norman. And he can do that. Norman, what a play. Great find by Harper. And it's a 12-point lead. I'm going to mow the yard here in a little bit, Steph. It's perfect weather to do it. Timeout, Jazz.
You have to worry about the grass that grows underneath the shed.
What?
You have to worry about the grass.
No, it'll stop growing once it doesn't get sunlight.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Harper to the rim. Yes, and one. Fouled by Jeff Malone. Doc Rivers and Ron Harper pumped up. Harper knocking it down. He's got 13. Gary Grant in the game now. Oh, Karl Malone. That jumper, that's his shot. That corner jumper. Great play there. Harper, tough shot. No. Rebound Malone. Oh, what am I doing? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Theodore Edwards with the ball here. Looking for Malone, working against these smaller Norman. Karl Malone now. Rebound Charles Smith. Ooh, I should have shot that. Norman will post up the smaller Edwards. Good defense from Edwards. Harper. Oh, that was not a good shot. They got out on me. Jeff Malone blocked by Harper. But Jeff Malone gets it back, and it's a 9-point game. Jeff Malone getting going. Harper, look out. Run, Harper. That's what he could do. Stockton to Malone. Great pass. Blocked by Harper again. Manning avoiding Malone, but Edwards gets the rebound. Fouled by Danny Manning. Olden Polynice in the game now. Delaney Rudd in for the Jazz. Oh, and Gary Grant. Gary Grant all the way. Very nice play there. He's got 7. Jeff Malone. Mike Brown. In the corner to Delaney Rudd. Oh, that's too easy. Come on, Polynice. Manning and Harper going to work the pick and roll. Manning. It's good. Danny Manning from Harper. Manning outplaying Karl Malone tonight. Rudd. Finding Theodore Edwards, who's done very little. Edwards for 3. No. Rebound Manning. Crazy outlet to Ken Norman. I kind of forced that one. Dang it. Edwards has played well on defense. Jeff Malone. Jeff Malone, the undersized guard. Polynice inside. He's played solid off the bench. Timeout Jazz. It's a 13-point game. David Benoit in the game. Loy Vaught, Danny Young, and James Edwards also in. Corbin. Tyrone Corbin in the game. Here's Benoit. Knocked away by Loy Vaught. Uh-oh. No, wrong button. Oh, my gosh. Ah. If I lose this game, I'm going to remember that possession. Except James Edwards gets the bucket eventually anyway. Scoring machine in the paint. He's got 8. It's funny with Edwards, if you notice, he only has a 68 rating. Right there, you see that. But he's like, all of his stuff is offense. Although he played good defense there. Vaught to the rim. No. Corbin to Eric Murdoch. No. Malone inside. Karl Malone. Double-double for Malone now. Vaught. He'll post up. Oh, dang it. Should have hit that. Vaught inside. Loy Vaught. The power forward, small forward. Vaught now with 4. Played for the Clippers when I was a kid, it seemed like forever. John Stockton back in. Oh, stop it, Danny Young. Former Clipper and Trailblazer. Malone. Oh, nice back pick. Stockton getting inside. He's so quick. 19 now for Stockton. Oops. I rushed it. Stockton. Oh. He is on fire. He's really making it work. Oh, Mike Brown on the steal. Dang it, I had Vaught open. Corbin. It's good. 9-point game. All right, settle down, people. Settle down. Vaught in the lane, fouled. Vaught knocking it down. Loy Vaught, 1 for 5 tonight, but managed to get to the line a little bit. Ooh, off the mark. Are you putting the dishes away? No. Uh-huh. Manning in the game, playing small forward. Manning inside, what a move. Daniel Manning. Oh. Loy Vaught now on Karl Malone, and that's not good. I've got a mismatch here somewhere. Well, not really, I guess. Edwards, just so tough in the paint. Scoring machine, he's got 10. Edwards, a post-up powerhouse. Oh. Stockton, no. Rebound Manning. Oh, I wanted him to go to the rim. I hate when that happens. Manning. David Benoit gets loose. Dunks at home, and it's a 10-point game. All right, come on, guys. Pick up the ball. Oh, and Edwards fouled by Mike Brown. Edwards not a great free throw shooter. Not a bad free throw shooter either, but knocks down the second. Give them an 11-point lead. Stockton getting it up. Oh, nearly gets it to go. And that's the end of the third. The score, the Clippers 85, the Jazz 74.
Now I have homework to do in the kitchen.
Oh, homework?
Yeah.
I guess it is technically work at home, so
Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah. So Justin's listening to this game, keep in mind, but he watched the Sonic movie last night, and he did not enjoy it.
What?
He didn't like it.
Why?
He just didn't like how Sonic was portrayed as like kind of a lonely loser, and he thought Jim Carrey didn't get enough time on screen. He said it was almost unwatchable.
Are you kidding?
Well, that's his opinion.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Steph's like, but you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's fine.
Steph's angry. Just kidding. Where are you going, dear?
I'm gonna go change my profile picture on Facebook.
Oh,
On the laptop.
okay. Are they up downstairs?
Yeah.
Stockton, no. Great rebound by Eaton. Eaton over the top of Charles Smith. Smith has struggled against Eaton. Blocked by Malone. Wow, Charles Smith has really struggled. Benoit fouled by Manning. David Benoit. What's funny is Charles Smith scored the first bucket of the game, has not scored since. All right, 8-point game here. Here comes Doc Rivers. Young from Norman, fouled by David Benoit. Danny Young knocks down the first. Knocks down the second. Danny Young. Here comes Stockton. They did such a good job on Stockton on this game. He looks just like him when he handles the ball. Oh, what a play by Charles Smith. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Theodore Edwards. 1 for 5 for Charles Smith. I'm going to pull Eaton out of that lane. Doc Rivers. Oh my goodness. I'll get back Smith. Stockton for 3. Yes, John Stockton. It's a 5-point game. Oh, Eaton. Wow. Eaton got out there quickly on Charles Smith. I need to get the ball to Manning. Blue Edwards inside. Over the top of Ken Norman. Blue Edwards with 4, excuse me. And Harper in the game. Manning inside. Danny Manning. He's been great. Oh, Danny Young on the foul. Kind of did that on purpose. Good. Hoping Harper would come in. Charles Smith to Manning. Great play there by Smith. I think if he's not going to score, he better make up for it in other ways. Manning with 24. Stockton. Out to Blue Edwards. Being guarded by Smith out there. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I ended up standing watching Mark Eaton. Stockton making it a 4-point game. Oh, no. I thought he was going to cut through. He had it, too. Jeff Malone. It's a 2-point game. The Jazz have taken over this quarter. Harper. Oh, what a hesitation move. Getting to the rim. He's got 17. Harper was a great slasher early in his career. Oh, why am I going for the steal on Stockton? It's not going to happen. Eaton misses the layup. Great defense there by Smith. Norman finding Manning, who's having a big game. 26 for Danny Manning from Ken Norman. Harper knocking it away. Oh, I thought he had it. Oh, Stockton got free and scored. Timeout, Clippers. Stockton has 29 points. I wonder what Stockton's career high is. Hey, Google, what is John Stockton's career high in points?
Here is some information from the web that might possibly help. On the website BleacherReport.com, they say, John Stockton's career high in points was 34, moderate by the standards of the likes of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
34 was his career high? Wow. Hey, Google, stop. Oh, Stockton on the steal. That's what I get for standing around. Malone blocked by Charles Smith. Here comes Rivers. Manning down the lane at Malone, fouled. Manning playing hard, playing well. All right. Danny Manning. Uh-oh, all right. 27 points, 7 rebounds for Manning. Ah, misses that one. Oh, great outlet by Eaton. Malone for 3. No, rebound Manning. Norman right at Mark Eaton getting the foul. Oh, he's got a quick release. Dang it. Knocks down the second. Norman with 11 now. Ken Norman out of the University of Illinois. Rivers. Looking to post up Edwards against the larger Norman. Edwards going in at him. No. Rebound Manning. Charles Smith right at Eaton. Getting the foul. Smith has struggled. Knocks it down. Knocks down the second one. Unfortunately, injuries slowed Charles Smith down once he got to the Knicks. Oh, Harper on the steal. Harper all the way. Wow, back to a 10-point lead. Oh, I thought I knocked it away with Norman. Stockton's been the key if we can slow him down. It's been a Stockton game, not Malone game, but Doc Rivers on the steal. Uh-oh, look out below. Norman all the way, fouled by Blue Edwards. Get that right. Let's see. Ken Norman. It's too bad he couldn't have thrown that down. Norman knocks down the first. He's got 12 now. Make it 13. Norman, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 12-point game. Stockton. Into Blue Edwards. Nice play there. Rivers to the rim. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Edwards. Oh, wow. Oh. Let's set it up. Smith for 3. Charles Smith. Not a great outside shooter, but can shoot it a little bit. Had a hard game. Knocks down a big 3. And our player of the game, Danny Manning. He has been nothing but consistent. Outplaying Karl Malone in a big game. That was a great move. Manning has that soft touch. 27 points, 9 rebounds for Manning. 1 rebound away from a double-double. Blue Edwards. Stockton into Malone. Eaton. Blocked by Charles Smith. 2 big plays by Charles Smith. Oh. If that ball would have gone through, that would have been a dunk. Stockton over the dock. No, rebound Charles Smith. Dock to Manning. No, there's Manning's double-double, and he gets the putback. Manning with 29. 15 in the second half, 14 in the first. Harper. He has been sensational, especially on defense. Blue Edwards. Edwards going to have to pull up. Edwards on the pull up. No, rebound Kenny Norman. Norman for three. No. Norman not a great three-point shooter. In fact, no one on this Clippers team was really a good three-point shooter. But he could knock him down every now and then. Edwards. This Clippers team had a real lack for three-point shooting. In fact, I think Stockton on the miss. The best three-point shooter is probably that man with the ball, Danny Manning. I don't know, Ron Harper too, maybe. Charles Smith. Harp down the lane. Eaton with the rebound. Blue Edwards knocked away by Norman. What a play. Norman right into Eaton. I was hoping he'd dunk it on Eaton. Norman knocking it down. 14 for him now. Stays at 14. Oh. Jeff Malone. No, knocked away, and it's going to be the Clippers ball. 16-point lead. This game is over. Smith off the mark. Harper with the foul. Timeout, Utah Jazz. This game is over. I don't know why they're calling timeout. It's a 16-point lead. They're going to bring in the bench. Good all-around team win here by the Clippers. Obviously, Danny Manning playing like a star. Shoot it, Eaton. Benoit. Don't foul. Gary Grant with the foul, and here's David Benoit. Knocking it down. Rebound Edwards. Oh. Gary Grant, no. Murdoch for three. No, rebound Harper. Harper with a very good all-around game. Harper knocking it down. He's now got over 20 points. Look at that, 20-5 run in the last 7.5 minutes. You see why they won the game. This game was a 2-point game at one point in this quarter. Bo Kimball on the steal. Oh, Mike Brown on the knockaway there. Delaney Rudd inside. Rudd. Nice shot there. Kimball. Nice move by Bo Kimball. And that's the final score. The score, the Clippers 113. The Jazz 96. Pretty good defense by the Clippers. Slowing Karl Malone and Jeff Malone down and making John Stockton be the scorer. Stockton played great, but much better as a pass-first point guard. So there we see Ron Harper. Gary Grant on the dunk there. Harper with the and one right there. Beautiful reverse layup. Karl Malone blocked by Charles Smith. Harper with the fast break dunk. Great game for the Clippers. Alrighty. Let's look at some team stats here. The Clippers shot 49% from the field, but they got up 6 more shots than Jazz. Look at that, 1 for 6 from 3 for the Clips. Jazz weren't much better, 5 for 18. We also shot 31 free throws to their 7. Wow. That's phenomenal. You're going to win a game if you do that. 72 points in the paint for the Clippers. Also 40 points off the bench. Nice job from their bench. James Edwards was big off the bench, and Olden Polynice too, and Bo Kimball had a few buckets. Jazz had more assists, but the Clippers, no, the Jazz out-rebounded us, 48-45. More steals, though, of course. It's the one thing with this game. More steals. The Jazz had 23 turnovers to the Clippers 8. Not going to win a game that way. Let's see, John Stockton, 29 points, 6 assists, 3 steals. 6 turnovers, 4 for 9 from 3. Shot the ball 23 times. Wow. Jeff Malone, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. If your second leading scorer has 12 points, you're not going to win it more than likely. Karl Malone, 12 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals. Definitely should have got more shots than 10 up. Mark Eaton, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 assists, 1 steal. Started off the game on fire, then slowed down a bit. Mike Brown, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 8-4-3-2-1. Didn't miss a shot. Blue Edwards, 6 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Eric Murdoch, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Tyrone Corbin, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. David Benoit, 4 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Didn't do all that much. Delaney Rudd, 4 points, 3 assists. Corey Crowder, Bob Thornton, and Ike Austin did not play. Ike Austin made an unparalleled comeback with the Miami Heat. Danny Manning led the way with the Clippers, our player of the game. 29 points, 11 rebounds. He was just dominant. They couldn't do anything to slow him down offensively. 12 of 18 shooting. Ron Harper, 21 points. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, 4 blocks. What an all-around game for Harper. 10 of 19 shooting. Ken Norman, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Did a lot of the little things in this game to help the Clippers win. James Edwards off the bench, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for 7 shooting. Had that tough fadeaway over Mark Eaton. Charles Smith, he struggled in this game. For a guy that averaged 15 points per game that year. A couple of these seasons for the Clippers. There's a rookie, 16 points and 7 rebounds a game. 1988. Wow, so they're the first and the third overall picks. That's crazy. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks for Smith. 2 for 8 shooting, but made an impact in other ways and hit the big 3 in that corner. Let's see here. Gary Grant, 7 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 rebound off the bench. Olden Polynice, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Bo Kimball, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. Loy Vaught, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Danny Young, see, we had all these little contributions. 5 points here, 5 points there. Danny Young, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Doc Rivers didn't score. In fact, didn't get a field goal in the game, but 2 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. David Rivers did not play, nor did LaRon Ellis. Let's see some Danny Manning highlights here for a minute. Our player of the game. Knocking down jumpers. He really did it all. Going to the rim, getting tough rebounds, getting offensive rebounds, finishing inside. Finishing strong. He also had that nice little floater early in the game. Right there. There it is. Very nice game for him. All right. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.